Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Had a Powerful Familiar. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Had a Solo Sensei over on Anime King. And enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King 3 I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Had the Most Powerful Sharingan, so go ahead and enjoy that as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Start the intro. So the last time we left off, Naruto made Shishi, which was the older brother of Akio, as he was surprised. He then transformed into his human form as he greeted Naruto properly. Afterwards, they returned back to the house as Sakura was surprised when she saw the larger fox. He kept his tail in though, the other four, as he just kept one out. Tsunami was greeted with a knock at the door. As they were eating dinner, she checked, but Naruto heard the blade sliding out. As he switched places with her as he took the stab, Kakashi rushed after the assailant, as it was one of the many bandits that were sent to assassinate the family. Seeing that Zabuza hasn't done the job yet, as Naruto had healed through the night. The next morning, as the team had went off without him, as a few bandits came by the house to kidnap Tsunami, but that was a big mistake, as Naruto took them out. The rest of the bandits came out of the woodwork as Shishi told Naruto to go ahead, he will handle this. So with that, Naruto made his way towards the bridge. Arriving there, Sasuke was in the process of getting his ass beaten rather badly as needles were all over him as Naruto entered the dome. Haku didn't want to fight him at all as she preferred not to, but she had to. She just wanted to knock him out and put him in a state of unconsciousness. She tried to do the same for Sasuke as Naruto could not block the needles, but Sasuke substituted with Akio, as Naruto lost himself in a fit of rage as he broke Sasuke's nose. He was sent sailing. He knocked Haku down as he destroyed all the ice mirrors, but he then realized who it was. As he started to calm down, he rushed towards Akio's side, as the fox told him that there might be a way to save her, but she didn't know what it will do to him. But Naruto did not care. As she poured her chakra out, Naruto changed from a few black strands and him getting a bit more leaner, as the fox also told him that there was something else that was happening, but he didn't care at the moment, as Naruto had butchered all of Goto's men that he brought, using Zabuza's blade to hack them down one by one. As Akio had brought him back to the house, saying that he was unconscious, she had her little revenge on Sasuke. Her brother was losing it as he wanted to rip Sasuke apart, but they had to calm him down, as Naruto preferred him stay alive so that he could make him suffer, not just plain out kill him. As he calmed down after a while, Sakura, petting him, got him to calm down as he liked Sakura a bit, and she also liked the cute little fox. As Zabuza came back to the house, saying that they were no longer enemies, as the blade had passed on to Naruto from him to use it, and Zabuza's arms were messed up, so Naruto gave him his blade, as he couldn't hack around the giant cleaver anymore. Going to the forest, Naruto was able to change the blade into something else, as it bent to one's will of mind, and turned into a sleek blade, as he returned back to said house with his new blade. So yeah guys, it's basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across to the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? Let's get right into this guys. There was a smile on Inari's face. Even though Zabuza was once their enemy, he was no longer their enemy. As he was having a conversation with his mother, he hadn't seen his mother smile like that since a very long time now. As he was happy to see her happy, Naruto told him that he would defeat Gato, and he actually did it. And the people of the wave had gained hope, as he had led them to the battlefield when he saw what Naruto was doing, and Gato was no longer a threat over their head, as Inari was happy. Meanwhile, give it to me. No. A voice said, you will give it to me, dope. No. If you don't, I'll rip it from you. I would like to see you try. This went on for some time as Naruto chose to ignore him. He was speaking with Inari and then Sasuke started to ramble on. Seeing Naruto knew, amazing blade, he wanted it. It seems that the councillors pamper him too much. He believed that he was entitled to anything. This arrogant, self-loathing piece of crap. As Naruto held out the blade for him to try and take it, he would gladly see him try, knowing that there will be a backlash. Sasuke reached towards a handle as black spikes jetted out, almost stabbing him. You added that, did you? Said Naruto to Kyuubi. As the Kyuubi simply smirked, even while being a prick. Sasuke was smart enough not to touch the spikes as he turned around and mumbled and walked off. In an unknown area, there was a man, as he was currently on a tree. There was a crow resting on his shoulder. The bird nodded towards the man before it flew off. The man leaped off the tree branch and landed on the ground with grace. He then turned to ask a favor of his leader. A favor that was rather insane. Back with Naruto, as he plopped down on the couch next to Shishi, who was in a ball, curled up as he was asleep. As Haku sat next to the fox with Akio on her lap, as she was patting Akio's head. As Naruto found himself looking at her face, her hair, her eyes. It was quite beautiful. She smiled and giggled when Akio started to lick her finger. As someone sat down next to him, he was mesmerized, he didn't even notice. You like her, don't you, kid? As Naruto paused, he turned to see. The person was none other than Zabuza. As Naruto went quiet, before he spoke, her and I are a lot alike. We have gone through pain because of something that we have no control over. So I guess I do, he said. As Zabuza nodded to himself, but Naruto saw something outside. He excused himself as he made his way, as he was a crow. And there was a letter, and the letter was addressed to him. Naruto, I don't want to sound impatient, but I really wish to return home. Please tell me how he's doing. Write me back whenever possible. Sincerely, Crow. P.S. Make sure to say hi to Akio for me. She's a nice girl. After reading it, Naruto went through at least a dozen one-handed hand signs. Fire style. Great Dragon Claw, he said. Red markings appear on his arm and connected to his fingers, ending in 3 inches claws. Spike ran past his elbow, about a foot long. He touched the tip of the paper as it was turned to ash in the blink of an eye. He nodded to the crow. The crow nodded back as it flew to his master. As Naruto calmly made his way, where he saw Sakura as she was standing on the pond, as she went through hand sign, water style, water bullet. As it grew, the more further it went, as it disappeared off into the horizon. As Naruto whistled, as she turned. Oh, hey Naruto, she said. Hey Sakura, said Naruto. So, how are you doing so far? Great. I got the water bullet and short missile down, she said. What's next? Naruto made a clone and sent him to go and get someone. As Zabuza came out a moment later, Shishi and Akio would follow. What do you need, kid? Said Zabuza. I need you to help Sakura in her water manipulation. She's good right now, but I think that she can be more better, said Naruto. As Zabuza turned towards the girl, as he looked her up and down. Alright, Pinky, he said. Let's start with this. As he placed all 5 fingertips into the water. When he took it out, there were small orbs of water floating beneath them. Make the water float underneath your finger. The closer it is to your finger, the easier it is to manipulate. Practice until the droplets then drop as they stop before they enter the water, just a small tiny distance away, until you can keep them afloat, even this distance, said Zabuza. Sakura nodded as she started the exercise. As Naruto nodded, he excused himself as he wanted to have a word with Shishi. As Naruto realized that he liked the shade more than the sunlight now. Strange. Maybe it was because of what happened to him. Shishi, Q-chan said I had a rare yuki of some sort, but she can't remember. Would you mind finding out anything about black yokai, said Naruto. You know, I'm not the type of guy that you'll find in a demon library, but I'll see what I can do. As he transformed to his human form. Now how about I teach you how to use that blade of yours, he said. For the next few hours there were clashes in the woods, and insults being hurled back in front. Time skip, the bridge was finished. It was a day to go home. As Naruto woke up, he glanced towards left as he saw his blade, resting on the wall. He was about to get up until he felt something on him. It was Akio. And also Haku as well. What the hell? Well, that is what would have come out. But Shishi covered his mouth with one of his tails. Hush up, Uzumaki. You want to wake up everyone else, he said. As Naruto shook his head, getting the tail off his mouth. Why do I have Haku-chan and Akio-chan on either side of me? And they are nothing but their underwears, he whispered. Look, Haku and Ayato was up all night talking. Ayato told her everything about you and her, minus Kyuubi-sama. After all, she already saw Akio in her human form. Now just calm down and lie back, and enjoy the two girls clutching your sides, as he curled back up in a ball, still sleeping. Naruto shrugged as he lay back down, doing as he was told, but Haku stirred, as her eyes fluttered open. Good morning, Naruto-kun, she whispered, as Naruto blushed a bit. 2 reasons she called him kun, and not to mention, she was rather close to him. Good morning, Haku-chan, he said. I guess that you know about Akio-chan now, right? Yes, she's a rather nice girl, as she lay her head back down Naruto's chest. As Akio woke up, oh, good morning, my mate, she said. Good morning, Akio-chan, said Naruto, feeling a bit nervous, the reason being. She was giving him a look of pure lust. Ever since she became his mate, that was the look he got each morning. And not to mention Naruto was getting a bit aroused from the both of them so close to him. He couldn't help it. Just remember, Akio said, I get to snuggle with you every night from now on. And if Hinata-chan decides to join, we will let her, okay? As she tilted her head to the side, an eye smile, looking rather innocent, as she liked Hinata. Time skip. As Naruto saw Zabuza hanging out with Tsunami a lot. As he smirked at that and went outside, choosing not to disturb them. He made his way as he really enjoyed the morning fresh air. Shishi then appeared, as he came through a black and green portal. I think I found out about that black yokai of yours. It has to do with all of the elements, but in a much stronger scale. The best I can get is, it's said to be extinct a long time ago, and it rivaled the Kyuubi's power. Naruto's eyes went wide. Now that he wasn't expected. So you're saying that I'm probably as strong as Q-chan, he said. Maybe. Not exactly sure. But I have one more thing to check before giving you that answer. As Shishi made his way off. Time skip. As Team 7 was saying goodbye to the people of Land of Wave, as Zabuza and Haku were having a conversation. As Naruto smiled in Eren. It's okay, Inari. You can cry when you're happy. I don't want to cry. You cry too, big brother Naruto. Okay then, new order, said Naruto. Huh? I want you to take care of your home until I come to visit, said Naruto. Got it? Yeah, I won't let you down, Inari said. As Haku then walked over. Well, see you later, Naruto-kun, she said. As Naruto wasn't sure what to say, because he didn't want her to leave. So, where are you and Zabuza going? Well, he said that blade you gave him was very powerful. It was supposed to be one of the blades from Mist. Oh, said Naruto. That is why Zabuza had that reaction when he first saw the blade. But it was stolen a long time ago. We're heading back to the Mist to join up with the rebels, to finish off the Mizukage. Well, be careful, said Naruto. I hope I get to see you soon. As he extended his hand to shake hers, she took it, before she leaned in and kissed him right in the cheek, making him blush a bit. As Nami spoke to Zabuza, as she said goodbye to him. So, what are we gonna call the bridge? As Inir was the one that shouted, "The Great Naruto Bridge!" As the villagers all cheered. Hey, I was thinking about the Great Tazuna Bridge, said Tazuna. No, it's named the Great Naruto Bridge. Alright, fine. The kid is really something after all. When he becomes big and famous, this bridge will ever mark a momentum of his journey. The group made their way back to Konoha. As it didn't take them that long, seeing that they were now moving without a civilian. as Shisha felt the heat the moment they stepped in the village. He turned into a belt and went around Naruto's waist. Akio went small and went on his shoulder. Once no one was looking, Shisha slipped into the darkness as he transformed to his human form and waved as he slipped into the crowd of civilians. Team 7 here. Mission accomplished to Kakashi as they arrived at the tower. After the explanation was given and everything was dealt with, "I need to talk to you, Chichi," said Naruto, as he was left alone with the Hokage. After explaining his life, meeting Kyuubi, and what happened on the bridge. "So let me get this straight. You became Akio, who's a demon, mate, after you saved her when she got impaled from an attack that was meant to hit Sasuke. And not only that, the Kyuubi is a female who is helping you. And there's another demon known as Shishi who is running around the village doing Kami knows what. And to top that all off, you mind repeating that last part? Well, according to Q-chan, I began a tenth of a demon a week ago, and I'm slowly turning more and more with each passing day. Soon I'll be half and half, and I'll be nearly unstoppable," said Naruto. Hiruzen massaged his temples. "I'm really getting too old for this shit," he said. "Oh yeah, something happened, but I wasn't able to focus because I was so angry. Kakashi and Sakura said that I was appearing in flash of red every moment." "It can't be," thought Hiruzen immediately when he heard that. Minato said it might not work, but it seems it did. Hiruzen went quiet for a long while, as he said nothing, as Naruto was confused. He nodded to himself as he seemed to make up his mind, as he walked towards the wall. He slid the foot of the fourth Hokage away and went through hand sign. The wall split and opened to reveal a compartment with a box inside as he pulled out said box. He then reached into his drawers and pulled out a key, as he placed on top of the box. "The key to open the estate your father left behind for you, and in that box are letters from your mother and father." As Naruto was confused, he opened the box as he saw a photo of a man who looked exactly like him. Blue eyes and all, except he didn't have the whiskers, and there was a beautiful woman in a green dress, as she had red hair, purple eyes. "Mother, father," said Naruto. His eyes became moist as he noticed the woman was pregnant in the photo. That was him. In a strange way, it seemed like they weren't smiling at the camera, but they were actually smiling at him. "There's a lot you need to know, Naruto, but I'm sure that this will explain." As Naruto nodded, Akio could barely hold on to him as he was moving. The location was in the box, as Naruto was moving towards it rather quickly, until he came upon the Konohamaru team. The moment he landed down, as they were disguised as a small box. It was supposed to be a rock, but it was square. As Naruto kicked it, as it poof, coughing could be heard. As Naruto looked toward his self-proclaimed rival and his two little friends, they all made their poses as they were the Konohamaru core. As Naruto found it rather cute. "Hey boss, you promise. Will you play ninja with us now?" asked Konohamaru. As Naruto looked down towards the box in his hand, he wanted to go to the estate and look through these things, but he always had a weakness for children. As he took out a scroll and sealed the box away, he looked towards the three kids. He then heard a voice, "Playing ninja? Naruto, don't you think you're a bit too old for that?" As he turned to see Sakura walking towards him, her remark was more playful than mean, as she was smiling. "What can I say?" "I can't say no to them," said Naruto. "You have a 10-second head start." "Alright, go." As they ran off. As Sakura smirked at him, she seemed like she wanted to tag along. As Naruto smirked back as well. "Alright then, let us go." As they ran after the kids, as Konohamaru and the group turned a corner as Konohamaru bumped into someone. A strange guy wearing a black cat suit, with paint on his face, and he had something large in his back. He got to his feet rather quickly. "Hey you twerp, that hurts!" As he picked Konohamaru up by his collar. "Who do you think you are bumping into people? Especially the Kazekage's son." Kankuro put the boy down. "Don't go causing trouble," a girl right next to him said. "Calm down, Tamara, there's nothing to worry about." "Put him down," Mogi said, even though she was scared. "Huh? And what if I don't, girlie?" "Then you die." Kankuro froze. That voice. It wasn't her voice, but it was scary as her voice. Besides, you wouldn't want a war to break out, because you were foolish enough to attack the Hokage grandson. Not to mention my pupil, said Naruto. As Kankuro swallowed thickly. This guy was no joke. He didn't even sense him until he spoke. I know you're there, said Naruto as he glanced up toward the tree. Calm down. As it revealed to be Sasuke. How do you know I was there, dope? I'm not talking to you, Uchiha, said Naruto. Go back up the tree or something. I meant the Tanuki. Come on out, Ichibai. Temari and Kankuro eyes widened. How did he, as a girl, with long red hair, appear beside Naruto? She had blue eyes with no pupil, black liner on her eyes, and the kanji for love on her forehead. She wore black shorts that reached mid-thigh. She was wearing a black shirt with mesh underneath, a white cloth tied around her waist, and a brown sack was on her back. Her hair reached her mid-back, as two bangs came down to the side of her face. Kankuro, you're being a disgrace to the stand for your actions. Stop it, before I kill you. But Gaia, no buts. She returned her attention to Naruto. Forgive my sibling. We are here for Chunin exams held here. I am Sabuku no Gaia. These are Temari and Kankuro. Who are you? She asks. The name is Naruto Uzumaki. These kids are the Konohamaru Corps. And that's Sakura Haruno. The guy up there, with the duck-ass hair, is Sasuke. You call me Ichibai. Who are you? Said Gaia. Who are you really, I mean? As Naruto brought his hand up, as he brought down his pinky finger, showing only 9, she tilted her head. I see. It was nice meeting you, Uzumaki-san. I suppose I'll see you soon. Kankuro, Temari, let us go. As Naruto continued to play with the kids, as Akio separated from them as she sniffed. Damn it, as she made her way off, 3 named dogs landed beside her as they started to run with her. They noticed she was stronger, larger. Hey, Akio-san, how is Alpha doing? One of them asked. Endomaru, Ashimaru, Sendomaru. I have good news for all of you. Naruto can no longer need his status as Alpha Unknown. You can talk your hearts out about the new Naruto Uzumaki. He became much stronger, so there's no worry about the competition, she said. Are you sure? I thought you said Naruto-san wasn't ready. One of them asks. Yep, I am. He can take on my own brother in a close draw, which is a great feat upon itself. We Shadow Fox aren't made for fighting, so we use our powers for most of the distractions. But Shishi is a battle expert. As she finally reached the store where she was gonna go, as she saw kids walking inside to buy candy, as she looked across the street to see Shishi, as he was in the alleyway smirking, like a little kid about to steal something, and before he could take a step forward, he heard a familiar bark saying restrain him. He was hit by 3 fluffy figures as he was knocked deeper in the alley. He looked down to see 3 dogs restraining him as Akio sat on his chest. Oh hi sister, I hope you're having a good day. Cut the crap, Shishi. I know you wanted that stuff, but there's no way I'm gonna let you get any, she said. He laughed as he melted into a pool of darkness. You'll never take me alive, he said. As she sighed, as news started to spread about Naruto taking the Alpha title, the dogs knew that he was the original Alpha, but because he wanted to keep it secret, well, it was kept secret. As they wondered if any of the female Inzaka would want to be with him. Meanwhile, for Naruto, he came towards the compound. It had 2 hot springs, dojo. The place was all around a wonderful place. It was pretty large. He would get quite lonely living here by himself. It was really big. As he walked in and checked out the place, it took him a few hours. As he just went around, tears came to his eyes several times, as he thought what his life could have been. He always had a suspicion that he was his father, because of the looks, but now to hear that it was confirmed, well. As Naruto pulled out one of the scrolls with a lightning bolt on it, a yellow lightning bolt. This must have been his. There was a blood seal on it. As he applied his blood to the seal as it opened up. Dear Naruto, my boy, my son. If you're reading this, I'm so sorry I have to do this. But as I write this letter, the Kyuubi is rampaging towards Konoha. I'm so sorry, but there's only one option, and that is to seal the demon inside of you. I understand if you hate me for what I'm about to do, but I hope with all my heart that the village will see you for the hero that you are contained in the beast. And not only that, I will place a seal on your back that will absorb the Kyuubi's chakra until you're 13. This seal was to be given to you either way, so here's the good thing. I'm giving you the Hiroshin. However, you won't need a seal for this one, though it would help if your enemy is in sight. Send chakra to the small of your back and move your body forward. That will teleport you to the location you wish. This is the first and last gift I will be able to give, and for that, I'm so sorry. If you're anything like me or your mother, I hope you become one of the greatest shinobi of all time. My only regret is that I can't get to see you grow up to become the man that you are. But I will always love you. Minato Namikaze, Yellow Flash of Konoha, your father. I don't hate you, Dad, said Naruto. He might have had a hard life, but you understand. As he put himself in the situation of being Hokage, it was a tough decision, but only the strongest person could make something like that. And not to mention, as Naruto placed his hand on his stomach, the Kyuubi cared about him, and he cared about her as well. As she was sleeping, he would have felt embarrassed making her hear that. He didn't know why, but it just felt that way. As he opened the next scroll. Dear Naruto-kun, how are you, Malta baby? I hope you're alright. Minato-kun said that you look a lot like him. I can already feel my strength leaving me. It was sure one struggle getting you out. The doctor said I won't live through the night because of the blood loss and the fatigue. It's a struggle staying awake. I'm so sorry I won't be there for you. Your father and I had been looking forward to raising you, training you. Minato-kun took you some time ago and told me everything would be alright, but I know that look in his eyes make us proud. But no, we will always love you no matter what. We love you before you even born, and even in death we will love you. Oh, there's something down below that I leave to you, she said. Use it wisely. Yours truly, Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze, your mommy. As Naruto noticed a small smudge on the note, his mother was crying when she wrote this. Damn it. As Naruto wiped his eyes, he couldn't help it. Tears leaking from his eyes, reading these two notes. He took breaths and calmed himself down. As he unsealed what was inside of the bottom, there was a poof, as a red blade came out. As there was a description on the handle, the Red Queen. As he took in a deep breath, he couldn't help himself from crying, as he broke down right there and then. To know that his parents loved him, and they always have. I'll make you proud, Mom and Dad, he said, as he glanced up to the heavens. Shishi came bursting inside, as a panting Akio came a few seconds later. No way, am I gonna let you get any of that crap, she said. What was he trying to get, said Naruto. As Akio told him, Naruto's eyes widened. That does sound dangerous. As Shishi turned himself into a 5-year-old, on the bed while sleeping and sucking his thumb. It's strange how he's disgusting 1 minute and cute the next. As Naruto chuckled at that. Time skip. Sitting on a chair near to the window, Gaia stared at the window. Her thoughts on someone. She always wanted blood, nothing more. But here she was thinking about that one blonde boy. She didn't know what it was, and it confused her greatly. She was never interested in boys. In fact, she was never interested in anyone before. So why could she stop thinking about him? Was it because he contained the Kyuubi? Did she fear him? As her gourd leaned against her leg, Mother was still craving for his blood, but she seemed to be slightly quieter. Tamar came to the room and saw Hogaya look rather distracted. She probably would have asked what was wrong, but years of living with Gaia, she knew that she should not ask unless Gaia wanted to know. She would not say anything. Tamar was surprised that she wanted to talk. What does it mean when you think of someone yet you do not wish to kill him? Tamar opened her mouth and closed again. She was like a fish out of water. As Gaia seemed patient as she waited. Well, normally it means you don't like them. That, or you like them more than you should. As Tamara was not really sure what to say to her little sister. Since Gaia was born, she was naturally beautiful, and the blacker in her eyes made her look sexy and dangerous. As Tamara had an idea. It was the blonde that she met earlier. Seeing that she said him. As she wondered, well, he is hot. Not to mention he seemed rather powerful. And he was just like Gaia. But there was a few differences. No one said anything about his hair being half black. And not to mention, in the report it said that he's not able to control his Biju, so it won't be that much of a problem. But he could go crazy with power. He does have the 9 tails. Not to mention his personality was not what she expected. After he had calmed down, he seemed sweet. Not to mention she could swear that she saw a fox around his neck. Or was that a black scarf? She didn't know. So you're suggesting I'm attracted to him, said Gaia, snapping Tamar from her thoughts. Oh yeah, that's the gist of it, I guess. Then what do I do? Tamar was not sure, as she never talked to her sister like this before, and Gaia was not like the other girls. She was slightly psychotic, well mostly, and she didn't care about others, except herself. Yet here she was asking about boys. As Tamar smiled, confusing Gaia. I guess shopping, said Tamar, as Gaia narrowed her gaze. Meanwhile, as Akio and Shishi were at Ichiwaka Ramen, Ayama and Toki were shocked, as Shishi kept on eating more, and more, and more, and more. Are you sure that you're not related to Naruto? Ayama asks. Only for Akio to shake her head. We know him, but Shishi here is not even close to being related to him. However, don't let this fool you. He's a bottomless pit for food. Doesn't matter what he's eating, as long as it's edible and you like the taste. If you got that, he will eat it. As the both of them just nodded. Outside, once they were done, Shishi bumped into Sakura. Oh, sorry, he said. I should have watched where I was going. Oh, it's okay, said Sakura, as she looked up. As she noticed his looks, he was rather cute. I was just looking for someone. And who, if I might ask? Oh, Naruto Uzumaki. Oh, I know Naruto. He's a good friend of mine. Why are you looking for him? Oh, he's teaching me a few ninjutsu. Oh well then, I can take over. You can, said Sakura. Hey guys, as they turned to see Naruto, as he had his new blade. Good to see you. What's up, fish cake, said Shishi, as Sakura giggled a bit at the nickname. I was just asking this girl here if she would like some jutsu training. As he turned towards her, oh sorry, I didn't ask your name. Oh, it's Sakura. And my name is Shishi. So what do you say about those ninjutsu? Shishi offered. As Sakura looked towards Naruto, just don't offer to buy him anything at a restaurant. He's a bottomless pit, Akio said, as she stepped out. Take care of my brother, and keep an eye on him. He may be teaching you, but it's your job to make sure he doesn't get into trouble. Also, she went to Sakura and whispered something in her ear. Sakura nodded, understood. Curse you, Akio, said Shishi. Meanwhile, with Gaia, after shopping for clothing, well, Tamara was the one who picked up most, as they were now in the hotel. As Gaia was not going to wear it, she saw no need to. She had left afterwards, to clear her mind. When she asked about him, the elders would either scoff or say something insulting. Well, that was expected. If she asked the younger generation, they will either belittle him or shrug as if they did not know. There were a few that said he slayed the demon cat, and they seemed to be in high praise of him, but there was just a few. She would have killed people who said things about her like that, but the people did not fear him like how they fear her. She killed when people look at her wrong, but he doesn't seem to care, as these people would have all been dead if that was her, in his shoes. Just then she heard a small explosion, coming from a few kilometers. As she reached out with her chakra, she clearly sensed the other Jinchuriki chakra signature. She was confused why she even bothered to remember his chakra signature, as she shrugged it off and made her way. It was a large forest, with a wired fence going around it. She summoned her son, as she rode into the forest. Not long after, an explosion went off once again, as the wind blew her hair back. She landed on a tree branch. As she watched him use a red blade, he twisted the handle of a blade as he sliced. The tree that he sliced at was sliced directly through, even though he did not touch it. As he flipped it up in the air, he then caught it, as he twirled and slashed. You can come on out, Gaia-san, he said. She disappeared and reappeared in front of him. How did you know it was me? You're gourd, reek of blood. So it's no surprise I smell it first, said Naruto. You might want to do something about that. She wasn't sure how to take that because it never occurred in the past. May I ask what you need, said Naruto. As Gaia didn't even know why she was here. I heard explosions. Coming from here, she said. I want to know if it was someone to offer blood to mother. As Naruto simply shrugged. It was not his business if her mother was blood hungry. And if she wanted his blood, specifically, he was sure he could kill her. Then again, Gaia was a little scary. Not the way she looked. In actuality, she was rather hot. It was the way that she seemed to have a weird appetite for him. It was like he was ramen and she was a fake masked Naruto. When he wear all the orange, he then jumped to a tree branch as he looked back towards Gaia. I hope to see you soon, Gaia, he said. Have fun. As he gave her a smile. As Gaia felt strange once again, her face felt warm. And her heartbeat was increasing. Why is this happening to her? She made her way. She had to go and talk to Temari to find out what is going on. Time skip. Kakashi appeared in front of his group. As he was surprised that none of them acknowledged that he was late. Sasuke was brooding as usual. Sakura seemed to be in deep thought. Pinky, Blondie, Emo, Sasuke's skull-like nickname, but Naruto and Sakura seemed to be in deep thought. Dope, Haruno. Like his sensei, he got nothing out of them. Sasuke stepped forward until BAM! He was on the ground holding on to his nose. As Naruto blinked as he wondered why his fist was extended, as he saw Sasuke on the ground, holding his nose. As he was confused, did he punch him? Oh, hi Sasuke. Good to see everyone is here, said Sakura as she looked around. As she wondered when did Kakashi show up. As she saw Sasuke on the ground holding his nose, and Naruto's face extended a bit. Did you punch him? Asked Sakura. Huh, seems so, said Naruto. For some reason, Sakura believed that Sasuke deserved it. Hey, you okay? Naruto asked, as he noticed her confusion. Kakashi and Sasuke wondered what the hell was going on. It's Shishi. He told me what he is. Normally, I would be afraid, but I'm confused, she said. Sasuke was still nursing his face and he wasn't paying attention. Naruto summoned a clone before he took Sakura and flashed off with her, leaving the clone to hear what Kakashi had to say. As Sakura found herself in the forest. What exactly did he tell you? Said Naruto. As Shishi wanted to make Sakura his apprentice, much like how Akio trained Naruto as well with that shadow manipulation, but Naruto mastered that, so now Shishi was going to train Sakura. Don't worry, said Naruto. He's a nice guy, you can trust him. Besides, not all demons are evil, and you don't seem so scared. Is there a reason, Naruto asked, as her cheeks became red. Well, you like him, said Naruto. I didn't say that, she said, as Naruto chuckled. It's quite alright. But he's a demon, she said. But he's so nice. As I said, not all demons are evil. But you might want to keep this away from your mom. I'm not sure she wants her daughter associated with a demon, even if he is nice. As the clone dispersed, as Naruto got the memories, as Sakura nodded. Or come on, said Naruto. We need to get going. The clone had summoned another clone before this spell, and handed him the flyer that Kakashi had gave him. Sasuke was rather pissed off, as he watched both Naruto and Sakura disappear in a flash of red. Sakura can do it as well? How the hell are they able to do that? And I can't! As he was furious. The both of them knew the Senshin and he did not. As he noticed Kakashi was gone as well, as he started to curse to himself. Time skip. As Naruto found another crow. Naruto, I know this is sudden, but it seems one of my colleagues has found out about our letters. I have no choice but to bring him with me. That's the only way he will shut the hell up. Sincerely, Crow. As Naruto signed and disposed of the letter, he didn't want anyone knowing about him, just yet. But now, damn it, it seems he has no choice. Time skip. Tomorrow will be Chunin exams. As Naruto has been training for this, he could manipulate his shadow much faster. He didn't know what kind of yokai he had yet. Shishi said that he was ancient and powerful, but he didn't know what it was. As Naruto took a shower and got dressed, as he made his way downstairs. After some time, Sakura started to visit the compound more frequently, to learn some jutsu from Shichi. As Shichi taught her the arts of shadow wielding as well, and she was a natural at it. She promised not to tell anyone about Naruto's heritage, until he wanted to. Not only that, Naruto and Shichi made a small seal next to her ears, that will translate the canine language. As Naruto sealed his blades away, in the back of his gloves on his hand. Later that day, as Sakura noticed the people. She had never noticed the stairs before, but she noticed the way they all looked at Naruto. As they made their way to the rendezvous point to meet up with Kakashi, Sasuke was already there, scowling as usual. As Kakashi told him to think it over, as they all want to be a part of the exam. There's a few more stuff I have to teach Sakura, so I'll be taking her, said Naruto. You can go ahead and focus on Sasuke. As Naruto took her and vanished. As Kakashi sighed as he turned towards Sasuke. Time skip. Back at the compound. As Naruto was helping Sakura with her shadow manipulation, someone was at the gate. As he made his way out there to see, it was Hinata, looking rather nervous. Hello, Naruto-kun. I want to talk to you about something, she said. As Naruto got closer, Hinata was surprised that he looked so different, as she couldn't look away as he was wearing a tight, multi shirt. Hinata, what is it? He said. Oh, as she poked her fingers, will you be participating in the Chunin exams? Oh yes, I will, said Naruto. And I hope to see you there as well. Oh, I will, Naruto-kun, she said, as she was stuttering rather badly, as she couldn't help her eyes from wandering. That's when Sakura appeared, a black strange object in her hand. It looked like a knife, but it was too curved. Oh, hello, Hinata. Come on in. I'm sure that Naruto won't mind, she said. As she pulled her inside, Hinata was happy. As she walked with her, oh, don't worry. There's nothing going on between me and Naruto. As she could see that Hinata was surprised seeing her here. He's perhaps the closest thing I have to a brother, despite the things my mother usually says. As Sakura couldn't believe it herself how much they have bonded over the past couple of months. As Hinata found two foxes on the inside. The small one greeted her with a yip. The large one was eating a chunk of meat as he was too busy. I think you already met Akio. This is Shichi, Akio's older sibling. He's nice, but as Sakura whispered in Hinata's ear, the same thing that Akio told her when she met Shichi. As Hinata nodded, as Shichi frowned. Know her, he thought to himself. The next day, as Naruto made his way, as he came to find Sakura, Shichi was there as well. Sakura had a canister on her back. He could only guess that it was filled with water to help her with her water manipulation jutsus. Shall we get going, said Naruto, as Akio was around his neck. As they went to the second floor, Kakashi told him that they should go to the third floor, but when they arrived to the second, they noticed that it was a genjutsu. As Sakura noticed that she remained quiet. Until, drop the genjutsu. We know it's second floor and the test will be on the third, said the rather arrogant bastard Sasuke, with a smirk as he thought he was so cool. You fool, said Naruto. They were trying to weed out the weaklings, and yet, you had to go and spread it to everyone. As everyone realized that they were trapped in a genjutsu. As Naruto shook his head. See you around, Aizumon Kitetsu. As gate guards were surprised that Naruto noticed it was them right away. They were stopped though. Hey you, with the attitude. As he glanced up to see, my name is Rock Lee. As he jumped and landed. And I want to fight you, he said, as he was looking directly at Sasuke. Well, this won't end well, said Naruto, as Sasuke smirked. 5 minutes later, there was a frightened look on Sakura and Naruto's face because Guy and Lee had came and they had hugged. And the place turned into a genjutsu that not even Naruto could break. It was horrific. Sasuke had a rather nasty bruise on his cheek from getting this crap beaten out of him by Lee so quickly. Ah, you all came, said Kakashi, as he greeted them with an eye smile. It's a good thing 3 of you came, otherwise none of you would have been able to enter, he said. But I'm just here to wish you all good luck, as he gave them another eye smile. Do your best, as he poofed away. As the group entered the room, Sasuke was almost instantly tackled. Hello, Sasuke-kun. Did you miss me? I missed you, said Ino. Sakura was standing there, which confused Ino. There was a black fox standing next to her, as she wondered where was the screaming. But she was not the only one surprised. The rest of the teammates were surprised as well. Even Choji as well. As Sakura is looking around, as she was sizing up the people in the room, seeing her opponents. As if noticing Ino for the first time, she smiled. "Hello Ino," she said. "It's good to see you. Also, when you have the time, I want to talk to you about something," she said. Ino nodded, confused as hell. So were the others, as the rest of the rookies appeared. As Hinata saw Naruto standing there next moment, he looked towards her and he vanished. She was confused. As he appeared beside her, placing his arm on her shoulder. "Hello Hinata, I'm glad that you decided to come." "Hey, get away from her!" Kiba yelled. As Kiba rushed towards Naruto to put him in his place. How dare he hold on to Hinata like that? As Naruto dodged the flimsy excuse of a punch, before he punched Kiba in the stomach and kicked his leg underneath him. As Kiba fell, as Naruto sat on his back. "Get off me, dope!" "No, now shut up before I muzzle you," said Naruto. Kiba might not be the smartest of the Inazakas, but the killer intent that Naruto slapped towards him, it frightened him, as he was shocked by this amount of killer intent, even though Naruto was taking it easy on him. Now kids, you should really be quiet." As Naruto glanced up, getting an odd feeling from this person that stepped towards the group. Not to mention, there was something else. Something around here that was triggering his senses. Just what exactly was it? But guys, be instant right here. If you want to see this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on the bell notifications to be posted. Remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was given a solo sensei, and enjoy that guys. And also, over on Anime King 3 I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto had the most powerful Sharingan, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. And remember, for anyone that's first time hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, I'm over now. See you guys soon. Peace.